Hi there, and welcome to this week's episode of the Uncrowned Diaries. We are just days away from my pageant, actually, getting all our last minute things done. And I say our last minute things, and that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today. I wanted to talk to you about the comparison trap. Now, a lot of times and I've talked about this before, social media portrays the delegates in a certain way. Different people have different profiles, they have different journeys. Some people are very much in the media already, so they're going to have a lot of followers or a lot of people that they're connected with, and others not so much. And every girl is bringing to the pageant their own story, their own journey. And these journeys are different for different individuals, and everyone has their strength. While this is happening, of course, it's really easy to start to compare. It's really easy to start to dislike certain people, like certain people, or, feel threatened in certain ways, or sometimes be overconfident in other ways and not really take the competition seriously. And what I want to say that through this entire journey, one of the things that's really important, and I think once girls do one or two pageants, they see the value in this, but especially if you're someone new to this world, then you won't see it right away. And so I hope this video helps you with that. And that's don't get stuck in the comparison trap. Don't start to look at other girls and look at them as competition so you don't connect with them. Go into the competition to build friendships, to build a network for yourself. Right now, when I said one of the girls that I've done a previous pageant with, we hadn't connected for several years. But when we decided that we were both going to do this pageant, we became each other's support systems. So now, when we're a few days away from the pageant, she's come to my place and we're actually doing this together. So we're going to our nail appointments, going to our gown fittings, and, giving each other feedback, talking to each other, talking each other as up when we need to be encouraged, talking each other down when we're freaking out about something. And so we're each other's support systems. And it's not just the two of us. Like, there's a bunch of girls that I've had the incredible opportunity to connect with, and each one offers something different to you and you offer something different to them. So what I'm saying is that you could go into this pageant going, this is my competition, and I need to show up and I need to be a certain way, and like, you could be guarded. Or you can go into this competition looking for that, building that friendship, building those sisterhoods, understanding that at the end of the day, that you are your biggest competition. And I don't say that to be cliche. What I mean by this is that you have no control over what the judges are looking for. And if you're someone who's in acting or modeling, you will understand what I'm saying, because a lot of times when you go in for a role, there's a specific person that they're looking for, and they're going to look for the best fit of that person. And once they found that best fit, that's the person they're going to pick. So yes, the other people who are auditioning for the role are there for the same role, but you're competing only to a certain point. After that, it really depends on what they are specifically looking for. When it comes to the pageant world, it's kind of the same thing. You put your best foot forward. You wear the best dresses that you think showcase who you are. You give a stellar interview. You work on your humanitarian projects. If there's a talent competition, you show off your talent. Portray yourself in the best light possible. But at the end of the day, the judges are looking for what they are looking for, and you cannot decide that. They decide that. So if you look at every person that you're competing against this competition and you don't build those relationships, you don't build that sisterhood, then you lose out, because say you don't win the crown. So you've gone into the competition now, stayed guarded the entire time, not built those friendships because you've only looked at everyone else's competition. And then you come back with neither the friendships nor the crown. So I think, having that support system, I've mentioned in previous episodes how this journey can be quite hard. And so having different perspectives, having people to support you, finding others who you vibe with, have the same energy levels, you can now work together and you can celebrate each other, and you can celebrate each other's successes. You can celebrate each other's personal development. And at the same time, you can be there for that person to be their support system when times are tough. So my advice to you is that yes, we're all there vying for the crown. That's a given. And yes, you want to put your best foot forward, but that doesn't stop you from at the same time building friendships, building sisterhood, and escaping that comparison trap. You cannot compare yourself to other contestants. Don't do it. You will only bring yourself a lot of misery, and there's nothing positive that ever comes from that scenario. You just end up second guessing yourself. So if you remember, you're just one individual going in with your personal story, and your responsibility is to be the best version of yourself and to be able to tell your story in the best way possible. No one else can tell your story, and you can't tell anyone else's story, and everyone's is individual. So as long as you do that, you're good.